Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to my F1 Road to Glory series for 2019 here for episode number 21 at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and the final episode of the season to be exact. Last time at the Brazilian Grand Prix, we had an absolutely stonking start, lap number 1, overtaking nearly 10 cars over one single lap. And so we're going to have to head into qualifying knowing that our car's rear end is going to be looser than more off Love Island, to be honest. Good start for us, but it's even a better one for Alexander Albon then. Lance Stroll, we're going to move to the inside, in fact, and make a huge dive down the inside of 1, 2, 3 cars, maybe. But we're going to send one down the inside of Carlos Sainz to do some bullying of our own there. Get the elbows out and make sure they know we're here, and we're here to stay. And we're going to even bully our way past maybe the Haas of Magnussen as well. Fake to the right and go to the left, keep him guessing there. And Kvyat tries to push us off circuit into the wall potentially. We're going to push him back, and across the line we do get up into P10. And so at this moment in time, you're thinking, hang on, we've had a very good race last time out, absolute, banger result, and so the team, probably knowing the team, would let us down at this point and not have the upgrades ready for us. Well, you're wrong. They've actually got them ready. They know it's special. They know it's the last episode. They know I'll be severely pissed off if they didn't get this right. So for now, Carl's Christmas bonus has been protected. For now, emphasis on that, because you never know. There's a lot of minutes left in this video. I'm sure there'll be plenty of minutes for him to piss me off in the remaining portion of this episode. But yeah, 2 upgrades then. Fuel consumption, which can be really, really important for us, because that's been a major issue on the car, just literally slurping it through like we've got an oil leak or a fuel leak. I wouldn't be surprised if we've literally ran the entire season with like just a divot and a hole in the engine cover, and it's just leaking fuel out there. Like literally one of our mechanics in the garage just working on the car, and he's like, hey Bob, look at this, there's a puddle of water or something like that on the floor. A little do they know, it's actually fuel just running out of the car, and that's been happening the entire race because we've had a lot of issues with fuel. It's not been pretty, but we've had to work with it. But finally, on the last episode, we're going to have an upgrade to it. Yeah, that's how we do things around here. And we finally got that rear downforce upgrade we were meant to have last episode, but we've got it this time round. So it took a while, but finally came around, much like Tommy on Love Island. But it's now time for the final qualifying session of the Abu Dhabi GP. Sector 1, interesting one, because turn 1 felt a little bit slow, but then through the next turn, we actually gained some time there, up into P15 this is, actually to my surprise. So I guess the traction really picked up there on the Williams car versus some others. But then as we go down to the brake zone in the middle part of the circuit, losing some time on the exit there, quite a fair bit off the chicane, back down to P14 after momentarily being to P10. So quite a roller coaster ride. And then the last sector, well, as you can clearly see, we get a screen freeze for good measure in the middle of an apex, and the car literally looks as bad as it did episode 1 of this series. I don't know what on earth our team have been doing. The car looks and feels like the exact same car I drove at Australia, Melbourne, and we're going to be across line for P15 only, about good 2.5 seconds off the pace.
You have permission to say, oh cock.
We're very happy with that position. Well done.
Oh, of course. Of course Jeff is happy with that position. He's happy with us being about 2.5 off the pace. I mean, I don't know why I'm surprised. 20 episodes let down the line. Why should I be shocked? To be honest, it's a natural. I would have been shocked if he didn't say something like that. This is actually a joke. Okay, we're not quite 2.5. We're 2.2 off pole position, but convinced that our teammate is 2.8 off the pole time, the pace. We have only overtaken 3 cars there, and we've had 20 episodes of fine improvements, upgrades, trying to work with the team back at the factory, and this is how far we have come. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If this road to glory was an actual road, it would be the longest stretch of road ever in mankind human history. Cast your minds back to episode number 1. What did we have to say about that qualifying position at the time we were off pole then? We're 2.5 seconds off the... But my teammate's 3.2 off pole position. How is that in any form a good job? And now flashback to now, and we've literally only made a 3/10 improvement. Now that to be fair, 3/10 is a lot in Formula 1, but not good enough in the Road to Glory series. I'm not out here trying to do this for 10 seasons. If I have to drive this car for 10 seasons to achieve said glory, I'm gonna have to end it all around season 3. But anyway, Anyway, come on, let's get all that negativity out of the way. It's time to get positive, you know, smiles, let's get the smiles up because it's time for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It hasn't happened yet, you know, 20 episodes into the Road to Glory series, it's not quite happened yet, but maybe, just maybe, this could be the episode number 21 of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, where we win a Grand Prix in a Williams car. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I understand how stupid a statement that was. I've clearly been smoking whatever Claire and Jeff have been doing the last few episodes because I'm actually talking literally like them. I'm surprised I'm not talking about the weather here at Abu Dhabi.
The weather was miserable today. The weather was miserable today. The weather was miserable today.
But anyways, it's time to get to the grid then and look at this strategy. It is going to be a one-stop, of course. It has been most of the season, but we are indeed going to start on the softest compound tire. I want to have another Banzai lap. We're building up, you know, we're finishing strong. Maybe this episode we can overtake 11 cars in one lap. I mean, we're going to have to. We want to get some points, to be fair, being so far back. I can't even see the 5 red lights at the very front. But in all honesty, it's been a long season, and I want to make sure we finish off the season on a high, strong, solid position. Maybe could we even pray for a double points paying position for Williams just to really, you know, finish it off in style. That's probably asking too much, but, you know, a man can dream, but it's time to get into this then. Here we go then to 5 red lights for the final time in this Williams car this season here for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix from P16 on the grid. Let's finish out in some style. 5 lights are out, and we're underway to a great start there for Giovinazzi, begging to bog down behind Kvyat. We've got nowhere to go to the inside only there. A big dive to the inside, double move there, that way for us against the Toro Rosso and the Racing Point car. Yellow flags behind, so someone's already had an off in an incident as we now try and go on the outside quite ambitiously of Grosjean there. I like how I attempted to make that and straight away was blocked off by it, but now we're on the inside down to the chicane of the Frenchman then. Hamilton is down in P11. I don't know what on earth happened to him. He must have had a good penalty and he's found himself somewhere where he shouldn't be. And you know what? I reckon we should have a go at him. We should try and overtake it. Maybe, you know, if he gets caught up trying to overtake the McLaren car, maybe there's a chance to get Mercedes car. That would certainly be the cherry on top of this season so far. There goes Hamilton to the inside of Carlos Sainz here, but Sainz will try and fight him back a little bit, get the nose in there, the Spaniard, and he does fight Hamilton quite a fair bit. So here we go, lads. This might be it. Get a good run down this back straight, slipstream Sainz, then we're going to try and get the toe off Hamilton as well, and here we go. We're going to go for it. Massive dive bomb on Hamilton there from Kazakhstan back, and we've made it. Well, we've overtaken Lewis Hamilton, the reigning world champion. Remember, he won the championship only 2 episodes ago for the 2019 season here. And so, I think we need to just stop the race. Red flag it now. We've overtaken the champion. Technically, does that not make us the champion? Because if you really think about it, if we overtake the reigning world champion, they should really just give us the championship because it just makes sense, doesn't it? Bonkers logic aside, we have overtaken Hamilton fair and square there, up into P10. Actually, well, to be fair, I don't know how fair it is, but we've done it. We've done it square. I don't know about the fair part, but we've done it. And now on lap number 3, we're going to try and chase after Kevin Magnussen, but Hamilton is going to come back straight at us there. No surprise there. Shock horror. The Mercedes car can overtake us with ease to the inside. Lap number 4, we try and stick with him as best we can because it was only a tiny mistake that actually saw us get overtaken there. And I feel like Hamilton is limping around a little bit, not able to even pass the Haas car there on the outside of that left-hander. So we're going to stick with him here. And could there be another chance to dive bomb him? Because, you know, if we could finish ahead of the reigning world champion, the champion that's been crowned this season already, if we could finish ahead of him in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, this would be absolutely amazing. So we go for another huge dive bomb to the point where I'm pretty sure Toto Wolff has probably jumped up in his chair thinking, what on earth is that toothpaste doing flying at Hamilton? Someone get the police on it. But we're up into P10 once more. We've done it again, and we're going to continue to do it. So I'm going to try and do our best job because I think that is going to be the cherry on top. Let's try and finish ahead of the world champion. That'll be the proper way to send off this season for for the road to glory. So we come in now, lap number 6 for a 1-only pit stop onto all soft tyres. We're still ahead of Hamilton at this stage here, so things are looking good, and it's another solid pit stop there from our pit crew. Remember, that's pretty much the only good thing they can do, really, this entire season. Consistently, they have been pretty good at pit stops. That's been the only thing there that we've got going for us here. So we go under the underpass there. Surprised we haven't understeered straight to the wall, to be fair. And so now we come out in P15, but a decent amount of clean air. So let's push on, hopefully, and not try and get undercut by Hamilton. That would be a bit horrendous for us, so hopefully that doesn't happen. As we move on to lap number 7, we've got some more people in the pit lane. I believe Hamilton has already pit, I think, looking at the minimap there. So we're pretty good on that front. We're catching up to Carlos Sainz. We've got a Ferrari car of Leclerc going on the underpass. So could we overtake a Ferrari as well? Here we go. Leclerc right on the left-hand side. It's so close, and we just about chop across him there. Very aggressive stuff, but we maintain P10 position, and we're ahead now of a Ferrari and a Mercedes. If that is not the good press Claire Williams have been hoping for, I don't know what will be. And we're now going to get a little bit over-ambitious, diving down the inside of Lando Norris there, and that could have been very nasty indeed on the front right. That could have been the wheel taken off, knowing how brittle our car is, but we make it work eventually in a straight line to overtake our fellow Brit there. But yeah, great news for the team, for the marketing department, to be ahead of a Ferrari and a Mercedes car. That's the title sorted, you know. We've had many titles before, you know, beating Verstappen, beating Leclerc, Hungary, all those, but you know what's better? Beating 2 of the top teams. That is gonna that could be the difference between £1 for our R&D next year and £5 for our R&D next year. And so this crazy Abu Dhabi Grand Prix continues on here with us in 8th place, so looking very good. Hamilton's overtaking Leclerc, so he might come back at us now as we move on to lap 11 though. Only 4 laps to go in this Grand Prix, but look at that, the DRS has failed us here. And so in true Williams fashion, our team has got a nosebleed for being this far up in terms of achievements, and it has to try and do something to bring us back down to earth. Hamilton with a great exit off the first 3 turns, and he's going to have a go on the outside. We're going to have to be very defensive here and very rude to him as we go so wide there. And not even just Parker HQ. I think we pretty much part the entirety of the UK on that apex there. Hamilton certainly probably would have been very angry in the cockpit with that, because I pretty much just pushed him off wide. But you know what? All's fair in game when you're racing the Williams car, right? I mean, remember, we're a charity here. They shouldn't be so rude. And we're going to continue to try and defend against Hamilton. Lap 13, this is the second last lap of the Grand Prix. Still maintaining the P8 position. And every single time we get to this Bain straight, I'm literally just trying to break the toe on the left-hand side here. Survive the first few turns, break the toe, and that's it. Because remember, we showed it last episode. The car has got some great straight line speed. So we're just abusing that. The fact that the car may as well just be a muscle car out of America, and that's about it. I don't, you know, I think if an American came along and looked at the Williams car, they wouldn't tell the difference between that and a Mustang. It pretty much is the same thing if you really think about it. And so we do some more defensive driving against Hamilton in the chicane. Again, getting very wide, very arsey with him, doing a bit of a Rosberg to him, I guess you could say. And I guess the PTSD comes back for him there in that regard. And so now we move on to the last lap of the Grand Prix. Hamilton is really trying to spoil the party here, but I'm determined to finish this off, to see out this race and get this cherry on the cake, to finish ahead of a Mercedes and a Ferrari in the final race. We need to make this happen, but Hamilton is trying again to stop it happening. He locks up on the front left though, and that's going to help us out here as we go through into the hairpin now, again for the final time now. 21 races have gone, and this is the final final time we have to try and defend against the top car here in the season to keep him at bay. We pull to the left once more, overtake mode going, rich mix, but Hamilton is gaining quite a fair bit. He's going to have a good go this time on the outside. It's the best attempt he's had so far, but again, we go very straight on purpose to try and defend. He's actually tapped us here. Hamilton is getting real arsey now. I'm pretty sure he's getting very salty to the fact that he hasn't overtaken the toothpaste on wheels so far in this Grand Prix, but he's going to have another pop on the left-hand side there. He's actually got us. We're side by side. He's fully out ahead of us now. We have to try and go around the outside in the brake zone, and we just about dance the car around in Sector 3 to maintain that P8. It's not even going to be that impressive P8, 4 points that is, but what is impressive is we finish out this season ahead of the reigning world champion, and therefore we can call ourselves champions. Can we not?
That's it. What a season. Great work this year. Really great work. It's been hard at times, but we've come through.
And Jeff with the most understated sentence ever. It's been hard at times. Yeah, Jeff, I think it's been a lot harder than hard because of people like you that have just screwed up this entire operation this season. But okay, we'll call it just a hard season at times, yeah. So have a look at that. The race results screen. Williams ahead of Mercedes and a Ferrari car. That's worthy of a frame. I'm going to screenshot that, print that out, put it in a frame, put that up on the wall, because that is an achievement and a half. That might be better than anything Mercedes have achieved this season. Forget the championship. The fact we've beaten them in one race, that is a real testament to some hard work there. I don't think our PR agent Emma could have asked for much more, to be honest. We've given them so many good PR lines this season with, situations and races they could have used to get more marketing money. We've got the results. Remember, we got that bonkers podium at the Italian Grand Prix. We've done things that Williams probably didn't think they could do in 15 years, and it's all thanks to us, and it's no thanks to the entire team, because you've seen they've been far too busy having ball bonds the entire time and too busy not working on the car. And if you have been wondering where Claire has been this entire episode to ask us some stupid ass questions in the interview press pen, I think she finally realised. It took 20 episodes for her to realise. I think she finally clocked that I was getting severely pissed off with her questions, and that if she came back with another stupid question, I would have had to end myself.
Nice job this season. You've been performing well, and that's putting us in a strong negotiating position contract-wise. Plus, my 10%'s getting more valuable. So enjoy your break, and keep up the good work next year.
Thank you very much, Emma. Thank you very much. I will be enjoying my break here. And before we get on to that break, though, we have some contract negotiations to do.
Here we can adjust the terms of our proposal.
So, like I just said, it's been a very successful season. I pretty much just laid out what we've done for the team. And so, to that effect, I'm going to be asking for the maximum contract we can get. I'm talking level 3 upgrade speed, level 3 pit stop efficiency, level 3 simultaneous development, and level 3 race bonuses. Easy team goals. We don't have to qualify even that well for us to get bonuses. First driver status. It's the least that they can do. I think we deserve it. We have proven ourselves time and time again, and so I'm not taking no for an answer. I want this contract or nothing.
I'm afraid negotiations have broken down, and there's nothing more I can do.
Nah, I'm actually done. You know what? It's been good, Williams. It's been good, but I'm off. I can't take any more of this. I'm gone. I'm gonna go find a bridge and jumping off it. Farewell. If you did enjoy the video somehow, then hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here, do get subscribed for weekly full-on content. But no, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Goodbye, Williams. Goodbye. Thanks for nothing.
Put the fire out and then say,
Back to the studio.